What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you. I had some viewers ask me to compare Madden today to Madden before, so to speak. So I wanted to go ahead and do that and just go by the back of the box to start things off with. And I want to start with Madden 08. The reason I'm electing to start with this game is for a couple reasons. Number one, to me, last year, true competition. You have All-Pro Football 2K, of course, blitzed the league. You know, even internally, some could say that NCAA 08 made a distinction between people buying college football versus buying pro football. In my opinion, the response EA had to that was to put Madden on more platforms than ever before. Madden 08 actually launched on 11 platforms, was the final year they were on PC. And interestingly enough, you can see on this paper that I'm showing you the back of the box, first and only year you could actually buy a ring to match your trophy room through Jostens. Kind of a little bit of an odd thing. Now, as a Colts fan, I liked Madden 08 because it had Marshall's Minute, kind of the first pregame show we had seen where they discussed player weapons, a system that's obviously already been removed. And in speaking of player weapons, Madden 08, fun fact maybe, first time players were ever able to have a 100 rating, and the last year NFL Europe was included in a football game. So when we look at the back of the box, it's interesting to me, two of the biggest things that meet us here are no longer in Madden. Or maybe you could say never were in Madden to begin with, depending on how you look at it. Read and react, which we know no longer really an option or something that was built into gameplay, and featuring ESPN. Interestingly enough, we know ESPN was kind of phased out of Madden. They did try to push NFL Network in a little bit, but now we just get the generic EA logos and no longer have any real broadcast branding. So the first thing they talk about is the all-new read and react system. Scan the field, identify individual strengths and weaknesses before every play, read, react, and exploit mismatches to gain the upper hand. Now, I think when you look at this, it comes back into two different perspectives. There are people that will tell you the weapon system was truly a game innovation that gave players different skills and abilities, and then there's people like me that will tell you that wasn't the case, that it was really just icons they put above players that met certain requirements for attributes. Whichever way you want to look at it, we know that identifying those players are no longer in the game. For better or for worse, a lot of people recall there was an advertisement for this game that showed a daughter playing a father, and the daughter knew the good players on the team just by the visualization of the icons, and it made her a better player. So to me, for all the ways that Madden does try to cater to getting people to enter into the game and enjoy Madden in different ways, long shot being a perfect example, it's interesting that they've never built upon or brought back the weapon system. Obviously, the front-end office mode, or CFM as we call it now, take the reins of an NFL franchise and manage the entire operation from the top down. From building stadiums to drafting key players, you have complete control of one of the deepest game modes in franchise history. Debatable, again, whether this is actually something still in the game. A lot of people like to talk about the stadium building. I guess my inclination to this would be it is not now what it once had been before. While I'm not willing to say that it's totally void of the game, I'm also not willing to sit here and say that it's as good as it once was, because everyone can agree, for lack of a better term, you're not actually building a stadium from the ground up now. Now, the last two things are actually the key selling points. If you look at the pictures on the bottom, improved player intelligence and ultra-smooth gameplay. Interesting to me that they bring this up the way they do, knowing where Madden is now. Improved player intelligence, more authentic gameplay on both sides of the ball, because ultra-smooth animations deliver the most realistic gaming experience ever. You know, one of the biggest problems we have with Madden modern day is that we don't have that ultra-smooth gameplay. We don't have that ultra-smooth animation. We have very jagged, very clear, very crisp transitions from one animation to the next. Whether we're talking about a physics-based gameplay or not, you can play Madden and see players now click into place or rotate on a dial or snap into animations, whether it's a catch or a block. It's something we've all came to know is just there. And I'm not saying that it wasn't there in Madden 2008, but it's interesting to me that that's how they projected and sold the game. And when people talk about Madden not improving, not changing, not getting better, we're talking about a decade-old game here. And we're talking about a back of the box that we could read over and seriously make a case that are not present in the game at all, or haven't gotten better in the game in the past 10 years. So with that said, I'd love to know what you think about this video. I appreciate you checking this out, and you know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.